mga mag-aaral. Ako muli ang inyong online teacher, Rolly Franco, para sa panibagong lesson sa Life and Career Skills, Quarter 2, Week number 2. Welcome to our lesson on building healthy relationships, balancing well-being, and conflict resolution. Today, we will explore how conflict, collaboration, and mental well-being are connected. Makikita natin kung paano natin pwedeng i-handle ang conflict at paano ito nakakaapekto sa ating kalusugang pangkaisipan. By the end of this lesson, dapat kaya mong ipaliwanag ang epekto ng conflict at collaboration sa mental well-being at ma-define ang conflict at mga pinagmumulan nito. Maipakita ang steps ng conflict negotiation at makagamit ng strategies para magkaroon ng healthy relationships. Magsigawa muna tayo ng paunang activity. Think, pair, share. Isipin ang isang recent conflict mo sa kaibigan o kaklase. Ano ang naramdaman mo noon at paano mo ito hinarap? Mag-share sa partner mo, tapos pag-usapan natin as a class. Balikan muna natin, ano nga ba ang elements ng healthy relationship? May tiwala, respeto, komunikasyon, at suporta. Ito rin ang gagamitin natin para mas maintindihan ang conflict at collaboration. Mental well-being in conflict and collaboration. Kapag may conflict, nakakaranas tayo ng stress at anxiety. Pero kapag may collaboration, nararamdaman natin ang support at trust mula sa iba. In today's interconnected learning environments, students and educators frequently encounter situations that require both collaboration and conflict resolution. These interactions, while sometimes challenging, are essential for developing emotional intelligence, resilience, and a supportive classroom culture. Understanding conflict and its impact on mental well-being. Ang conflict ay nakakaapekto sa ating emosyon, focus at self-esteem. Pero kung maayos itong mahawakan, pwede pang itong magturo sa atin ng problem-solving at resilience. Conflict is a natural part of human interaction, especially in diverse educational settings. It often arises from differences in perspectives, values, or goals. While conflict can be stressful, it also presents opportunities for growth when managed constructively. According to Melamed and Raymond, conflict often stems from differing perceptions rather than objective truths. Recognizing this helps educators and students approach disagreements with empathy and openness. Unresolved conflict, however, can negatively affect mental well-being. It may lead to anxiety, stress, and a breakdown in communication. Teachers and students alike may experience emotional exhaustion, which can impair learning and teaching effectiveness. That's why positive handling of conflict builds resilience and problem-solving skills. Now, what is the role of collaboration in promoting mental well-being? Collaboration, on the other hand, fosters a sense of belonging and shared purpose. It encourages teamwork and empathy. When students work together toward common goals, they build trust, improve communication skills, and develop emotional resilience. Strengthens relationship and reduces stress. Collaborative environments encourage mutual respect and reduce the likelihood of harmful conflict. It also builds confidence and positive emotions. Kapag natutulungan tayo, nababawasan ang stress, natututo tayo rin ng empathy at lumalakas ang confidence natin. Now, what does a healthy relationship looks like? Let us have an activity. Now, let's understand how your emotions or well-being impact the outcome of the conflict or collaboration you experience. Students will discuss in pairs and distinguish which scenario looks healthier and why, focusing on the emotions, actions, and outcomes in each. After 5 minutes, the teacher will invite a few pairs to share their ideas with the class. So I will present you 2 different scenarios and you will brainstorm which had the effective outcome. Scenario 1. Two friends, Alex and Jordan, are working on a school project together. They disagree on how to approach the topic. Alex feels that the project should focus on one aspect, while Jordan insists on covering a broader scope. During the discussion, they both raise their voices, interrupt each other, and seem frustrated. Neither is willing to compromise, and tension continues to grow. The project isn't progressing, and they both leave feeling upset. Scenario 2. Emily and Sam are working on a group project together. They discuss their ideas respectfully and listen to each other's opinions. Emily suggests focusing on a specific aspect, and Sam agrees, but suggests adding a different perspective. They work together to combine their ideas, assigning tasks to each other based on strengths. They check in with each other regularly and finish the project on time, feeling satisfied and proud of their work. Now answer the following questions. Which scenarios shows better communication and why? How do their emotion and actions in each scenario affect the outcome? Defining conflict. Conflict is a disagreement between individuals or group caused by different goals, needs, or values. Conflict is a natural and inevitable part of human interaction, especially in dynamic environments like schools. Understanding what makes a conflict is essential for fostering a healthy learning atmosphere and promoting well-being among students and staff. Ang conflict ay simpleng hindi pagkakaintindihan o banggaan ng opinion, goals, or values. Natural itong nangyayari sa lahat ng relasyon. A conflict arises when two or more individuals perceive that their goals, values, or needs are incompatible. It is not necessarily negative. Rather, it is a signal that something needs attention or change. In educational contexts, conflicts can occur between students, between teachers, or between students and teachers. They may stem from misunderstanding, competition, unmet expectation, or differences in communication styles. What are the sources of conflict in the classroom? So, madalas, sa classroom, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga conflict. We have miscommunication, differences in opinions, competition, o kaya pagiging unfair sa treatment. Minsan, simpleng agawan lang sa upuan o gamit, nagiging conflict na. These are also other sources of conflict in the classroom. Number 1, differing perspectives. Students and teachers come from diverse backgrounds, which can lead to different interpretations of behavior or expectations. Second, unmet needs. When students feel unheard or unsupported, frustration can manifest as conflict. Third, power dynamics. Conflicts may arise when students feel a lack of autonomy or when authority is perceived as unfair. Fourth, communication breakdowns. Misunderstanding due to unclear instructions or emotional responses can escalate tensions. What are the steps for conflict navigation? Sa negotiation, unang step ay alamin ang problema. Tapos pakinggan lahat ng sides. Humanap ng common ground, gumawa ng compromise, at mag-agree sa solution. This structured approach helps students develop self-regulation, empathy, and communication skills, which are key components of successful conflict resolution. What are simple steps to resolve conflict? Ito ang mga pwede niyong gawin. Number 1, pause and stay calm. Pause before you respond. Not every action needs a reaction. Tanya na. Take a deep breath before you react. Walk away from a moment if you're too upset. Give yourself and other person time to cool down. Number 2, listen to understand. Listen not to reply, but to understand. So let the other person speak without interrupting. Try to understand how they feel and what they need. Use active listening. Make eye contact, nodding, and paraphrasing. Third, Express yourself honestly and respectfully. So speak clearly, calmly, and kindly. Use I statement instead of blaming. I felt hurt when you always make me feel. Number 4, find common ground. What can we do to fix this together? So brainstorm solutions that work for both sides. Be open to compromise. Number 5, agree and move forward. So let go and move on. Don't hold grudges. Agree on what each person will do differently. Say sorry if needed and mean it. So in general, conflict is a natural process and unavoidable. Ang conflict ay natural na bahagi na ng ating buhay. Pero kung maayos natin itong mahawakan, nakakapag-promote ito ng mas healthy relationships at mental well-being. Let's have an application activity. So in groups, act out a scenario and show how to resolve it using negotiation steps. Sa activity na to, gumawa kayo ng roleplay na nagpipakita ng conflict at kung paano ito masosolusyonan gamit ang negotiation steps. In small groups with 3 to 4 students, learners will be assigned into a conflict scenario and must prepare and perform a role play demonstrating how would they manage the conflict using the given negotiation and meditation techniques. Para sa assessment, sagutin ang 3 tanong tungkol sa conflict at negotiation. Ito ang magpapatunay na naintindihan natin ang lesson. So first, define conflict in your own words. Give 2 sources of conflict in the classroom. List 3 steps in conflict negotiation. Extension activity, mag-i-interview ka ng isang family member tungkol sa conflict na nanarasan nila at kung paano ito naresolba. Pagkatapos, mag-reflect kung anong pwede mong i-apply sa sarili mong relasyon. That's it for our discussion video. Thanks to the development team of the lesson exemplar from which this discussion was based. Once again, I am your online teacher, Rolly Franco. Thank you for watching.